So yeah, my first year I basically just sold jewelry, and that's how I made money. Panhandling and selling jewelry. Then when I realized, like, man, if I had my instrument, I would be making so much more money. Came back to Buffalo for a couple months in the, I want to say it was in the winter for like Christmas or something. Grabbed my ukulele. We went back out on the road, and then from there it was a wrap, man. We made so much money, it was ridiculous. Going from town to town, playing ukulele. So basically, like, when I was in a big city, I would go and I would find where the bar scene was. So wherever that place is, some places it's downtown, some places it's in the rich part of town. There's usually a street that has a lot of foot traffic, a lot of bars. Where is the nightlife? You find where the nightlife is. And then from like Wednesday till Sunday, that's your time to shine. That's your time to make money. And so usually Wednesday, I would go out at like 4 p.m. and I would post up on the street corner by the bars and I would just start playing music with the hat out. And I would play, you know, it all depended. Usually I liked to just make $100 and leave. That was like sort of my philosophy of it. Just like make what I need for food and whatever, and I'm good. I don't want to make more than I need. But there were times where I would like really push it hard and stay out till 4 a.m. And there's really no cap. I don't even want to say, like, it's frustrating how much money we made. And that's another thing that makes me go, man, it makes it hard for me to commit to actually living an adult life. Is It's like, man, I made more money as a hobo than I do working a job. It's pretty frustrating. But yeah, there's lots of ways to make money, dude. And people paint pictures and sell it. People do cartoon characters, and people offer caricatures. What do they call those? The portrait jars, and it's really, the sky's the limit. I know people that like would paint smiley faces on rocks and sell them. It's constant. Yes, 100%. It's not hard. Okay, so like, picture yourself. It's New Orleans. How many people do you think are on the street in New Orleans? Not even hobo. I'm just talking walking from bar to bar. 10,000, 20,000 people. There were times where we would go into a town and they'd have some big festival thing going on. Oh, it's Oktoberfest, or it's the Greek festival, whatever it is. 20,000, 30,000 people out there. Out of 30,000 people, maybe 5-10% are going to tip. If they see you, they're going to throw something down, right? Well, there you go. Even if they only throw $1 down, 30,000 people, 30% of that, you get $1 at least from each of them. How much money do you think you're going to make? And then like, you got, for example, like the way I would do it is I would play at nighttime in the bar scene, and some of these people are walking out and they're just like super drunk. And they're like, oh yeah, awesome, dude, here's $50. And that's just one person. So like, yeah, I would make a lot. But again, that kind of factored into my whole philosophy of it, was that I'm not the only one out here. There's a lot of street kids trying to make money. I would try to make $100-$200 and then call it a day. I didn't want to be out there for 10 hours busking. So I would maybe spend 3 hours and just get what I needed. It's like, I didn't become a hobo because I wanted to get rich. But there's people out there that really like are scam artists that just try to make as much money as possible. Yeah, doodles, exactly. I mean, I met a lot of artists. I met people that just sang. They just stood there and sang with a hat out. There's people that do human statues. There's people that drum on buckets. It's really just a matter of being creative. And if you learn how to utilize the street as a source of income, you can go anywhere. Literally, there's not a town in the world that you can't go because you know how to generate income from a stream of pedestrians, basically. That's why I said it's like the most important thing to know if you're going to travel. And Slowboy, very good point. The money you make on the street evaporates as fast as you make it. Exactly, because it doesn't feel earned, especially if you're talking about panhandling. Now, when you're busking or making jewelry and stuff, that's a little different because you did earn it. But like people that just hold a cardboard sign, say they make $1,000, like they're going to spend that in a night, because yeah, it's like, whatever, I didn't even earn it. I'll just get more tomorrow.